Now that you've done your initial analysis, it's time to dive a little deeper into the data of your community. In Module 2, when determining your targets and priorities, it pays to focus. Focus on determining your target behaviors and prioritizing the causes of your target behaviors. There are 4 areas to consider when looking at behaviors and risk and protective factors. You should look at magnitude. What is the largest issue impacting the largest amount of youth? Time trend. Is it getting worse over time? Severity. How severe are the behaviors? And finally, comparison. How does it compare to the county, state, and nation? Now that you have a clearer understanding of BPAs from the work you have done in Module 1, you will begin the process of setting goals. Before you can begin this process, you really need to think about the 4 priorities of magnitude, trend, severity, and comparison when considering your target areas. There is a worksheet available that can be used to help you successfully select your targeted BPAs and then set short and long-term goals for each data point. Since we have outlined in the Getting Started video how risk and protective factors can impact youth problem behaviors, your team should be ready to identify the risk and protective factors that need addressed in your community. The chart found in the PAYS guide called CTC Risk Factors and Related Behaviors outline which risk factors have been proven to predict the related youth problem behavior. On the other hand, protective factors increase the likelihood of healthy outcomes for youth. The concepts of what protects youth has been organized in an easy-to-use strategy called the Social Development Strategy. We provide youth with the opportunities to develop skills and recognize them for success and effort. They will form a bond to school, family, community, and their peers. Once bonded, youth are more likely to develop clear standards, leading them to healthy behaviors. For more information about this concept, check out the Social Development Strategy video. In Step 3, your team will set goals to keep you on track and enable your success. We will look at long-term goals as well as intermediate benchmarks. Long-term goals are usually set for 5 to 10 years in the future. There's no right or wrong amount of time if your group selects an amount of time that you can commit to tracking. Also, ensure that it will be relevant to your school and community as time progresses. Intermediate benchmarks should be tracked from one PAYS administration to the next. When considering these benchmarks, you should break your long-term goals into increments, allowing you to track success with each PAYS cycle. When establishing measurable benchmarks and goals, you should consider a specific behavior, risk factor, or protective factor, how the goal will be measured, a baseline data point, and how much change you're expecting to see and by when. For examples of well-written goals and intermediate benchmarks, check out the PAYS guide on Penn State's EPIS website today.